I'm John Champion, and here alongside me in the commentary box is Jim Begley.
I've been asked just about every football question you can imagine. People ask about Arsenal, they ask about the Invincibles.
And we're now underway.
They ask about Thierry Henry,
Ramsey.
what I would do. Anything different.
Kieran Gibbs.
Complete my career one more time. Some people want to talk about tactics.
Will be a throw-in.
Others want to know why I always believe young players deserved patience. I enjoy those conversations because football has given me a lifetime of memories. But every now and then someone asks something.
Kieran Gibbs out towards the corner flag.
Not because it's difficult, because it's personal.
He could have been in, had that final ball been just a little better. I thought it was good vision, but the execution was poor.
Different from simply saying
He has lunged in.
Greatness can be measured with trophies, statistics,
Kieran Gibbs. Now
Innovation comes from something much harder to explain. It's the feeling you have when you watch a player and suddenly realize
now
you can
Podolski.
football in a completely different way. I've been lucky enough to spend.
Tries to slide it past the defence.
That was very, very close. He was just offside.
Every continent. I've coached against some of the finest talents in history.
Alex.
I've stood on the touchline
Thiago
trying
Silva.
to stop men who seemed impossible
Digne.
to stop. I've also spent countless evenings watching old matches, studying players from generations
Alex.
long before mine, trying to understand why they were so special.
Giroud
And the interesting thing is
plays it long. The ball played into space nicely.
stay with you.
He decides to shoot.
With the longest list of medals. Sometimes it's
Mesut Ozil will drive this corner in.
Everyone else thought football should be played. Sometimes
A long ball into space.
who made the impossible
Thiago Motta
completely
with some good covering.
Sometimes it's simply the player who made you smile every time the ball reached his feet.
Kieran Gibbs. Now Podolski. Looking to carve open the defence. And he makes absolutely no mistake. And that's the opener for this game.
Santi just staying on the right side of the defender there. I thought he showed wonderful patience, great experience to just make sure he didn't drift offside. And I just thought all around it was very intelligent play.
Without him, football might be very different.
They get us underway at 1-0.
And they may have got the lead, but that next goal now is absolutely crucial to the complexion of this one. Look, they've got to be careful with that, because any player who gets a sniff of goal from that range might be just able to come up with something special in the moment. So it's not good policy to stand back and admire that. We really have to work together to get to that quickly.
He seemed to understand football.
They were so nearly punished for their mistake.
The first time I really studied him.
I love to see a team closing down from the front like that, and I think they did brilliant to win it back and get the shot away.
Because every movement he made seemed to pull somebody else into a different position. One step forward.
Sagna.
Another player drifted wide. One could
Marco Verratti.
Suddenly there was
Koscielny.
space where there hadn't been any
Arteta.
second
He
ball.
plays it towards the corner
It
flag.
looked simple.
He's waiting
It
here.
wasn't. You know, people often think intelligence in football
Lavezzi.
comes from
The forward push gains momentum. And suddenly the defence is on the back foot. Koscielny. And with that, the referee brings the first half to a close.
Yeah, they're slightly lacking in the goal scoring department, but they've played well overall. Just a bit unlucky perhaps to go in down at half time. I think there's no reason for them not to bounce back.
So the second half kicks off.
Whether I would do anything differently if I could move my career here one more time.
He's on a real charge.
Some people want to talk
Now a
about
chance for Giroud.
tactics.
Seems they weren't quite reading from the same script there. Van der Wiel.
Patience. I enjoy those conversations because
He
football
surges
has
forward.
given me a lifetime of
Marco
memories.
Verratti.
But every now and then
Kieran
someone
Gibbs
asks something
cuts
that
out
makes
what
me
was
pause
really a
before
sloppy
I
pass.
not because it's difficult, because it's
Arteta.
personal. Let's say ask me which player did you admire.
He's free through the middle.
You know,
That's not going to make it
admiration is
through.
different from simply saying someone was the greatest. Greatness can be measured
On
with
ball forward.
trophies,
Steals it.
statistics, or records. Admiration comes from
Cavani.
something much harder.
He
to
tried
explain.
going it alone, but without
It's the
success.
feeling you have when you watch a player and
Ramsey.
suddenly realize
Thiago
you're looking at
Motta.
football in a completely different way.
Balls with
I've been
Ibrahimovic.
lucky enough to spend
You
more
have
than
to admire that
40 years
control.
playing this game.
Well struck.
I've watched players from
He
every
so
continent.
nearly exploited that mistake.
I've coached against some of the finest talents in history. I've stood on the touchline
Ramsey.
trying to stop men who seemed impossible to stop.
Koscielny.
I've also spent countless evenings watching old matches, studying players from
Podolski.
generations long before mine, trying to understand why they were so special.
Koscielny.
And the interesting thing
Thiago
is
Motta.
the players who stay with you aren't always the ones with the longest list of medals. Sometimes it's the player who changed the way everyone else fought football.
And the ball's out of play. Something going on down at the bench. I think it's going to be a substitution. He tried going it alone, but without success.
The player who made you smile every time the ball reached his feet. I've admired many
Arteta.
footballers over the years.
Sanya.
Far too many to mention in one conversation.
We've reached the last
There are
15 minutes of the game.
names that always seem to find their way back into my
Arteta.
thoughts. 5 players.
Here
who
is
each in their
Podolski.
own way remind me why I
Kieran
fell in love
Gibbs.
with this game in the first place. And the first one, well, without him, football might be very different today.
The ball has crossed the line and it's a throw. Looks like a change is in order. The player there waiting to come on.
Well, the stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing though, not quite able.
All of that is true. But
And a cross.
honestly, that's never what came to my
Too
mind
much
first.
power in that.
What fascinated me wasn't his art. It was the way he seemed to understand football before everyone else did. The first time I really studied him, I found myself watching the players around him almost as much as I watched.
It's
us
through to
himself.
Cazorla.
Because every
Alex.
movement he made seemed to pull somebody else into a
Mesut
different
Özil.
position. One step
Here's
forward,
Arteta.
another player.
And he finds a bit of space here.
One quick
Cazorla's
turn,
got it. He's
suddenly
onside
there was
here.
space where there hadn't been any second player.
Goodbye.
It looked simple.
At this stage of the game, they need to get into a more attacking
You know,
position.
people often think
Chamberlain.
intelligence in football comes from wrestling life and touch with top performance. And since I stopped as well, I met many of
The clock
from
counting
other
down.
sports, you know. I've
The
been
referee
asked just
blows
about
his whistle.
every
Well,
football
it really could have gone either way. They were slightly unlucky
People
perhaps.
ask
The
about
ball just
Arsenal.
didn't bounce in their favour at times.
Listen, they had plenty of time to overcome the setback, but for me, they never quite had enough adventure in their play to get back into that one.
So we're off then. Benteke. Vla. Thumps it long. Blah. He did well to get it. What next? Vital interception there. Kabay. Van der Wiel. No, that's not going anywhere. Thiago Silva has been fouled. Marco Verratti. Here is Cavani. It's an opportunity. Neatly played. Leandro Bacuna. Looking to receive the ball. Break could be on. Thiago Motta. Marco Verratti. Van der Wiel. Akpom. He's going on his own. That'll be a throw-in. And play switched right across. Leandro Bacuna. Lunges wildly. Leandro Bacuna. Cavani. Through and still going. Cavani. A crucial intervention there. Digne quickly closed down. He's found space. Possibility here for a cross. Pumps it upfield. Blah. And that'll be a throw. No, intercepted. There's the whistle and it's half-time.
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
It's 0-0, so nothing to separate them. We kick off for the next 45 minutes. Akpom. Going forward. Wins a throw. Kabay. Here's Ibrahimovic. That wasn't the best of passes, really. Leandro Bacuna. Blah. Gets the ball in a nice position. He's been dispossessed. He's picked it up. Akpom. That's a throw. There'll be a throw-in. YAHUAH. Is all over him. Tried to play it through. That's a threatening through ball. He shoots there. That was really close.
The keeper was completely wrong-footed there, and he'll be relieved that that shot didn't stay on target.
Number 10, Andreas Weimann. Coming on the field,
Marco Verratti.
number 12,
YAHUAH.
number 9,
And the return ball towards the centre. Van der Wiel. Albrighton doesn't seem to mind dropping back and defending like that.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And he tries from long distance. Easy pickings, really.
This late on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
there will be 1 minute added time.
Full-time whistle within sight. And that's been intercepted. That's it! After much consultation with his stopwatch, the referee has blown for time. Both defences have stood tall throughout this game, not allowing themselves to be breached. Both keepers, I imagine, fairly pleased with that.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will and spirit, crunching tackles and a real desire to attack. Nobody can feel let down by that.
Many thanks to Jim alongside me. And that is finally it for the broadcast this afternoon. I'm John Champion, and providing match analysis throughout the game, Jim Beglin. So, here we go then. Fraser Campbell. Fabio. Kolka. He got back very well there, it was good defending.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
The ball played through the middle. No, flags up, just wandered offside, I think. Maxwell. And he launches it forward. Fabio is there to intercept.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Catherine. looking to receive the ball. Break could be on. Fabio. Out of play it goes for throw. Maxwell. Cavani looking to play on the break. Medel. Kimbo Kyung. Slickly done that. Katerin. He plays it through. Drives it in. They've scored! And there's the first goal of the game.
Yeah, I love the finish, but I think had the pass been delayed for just a second longer, I think he would have been flagged offside, and I think you have to praise them all round on that one, from the pass and the finish.
They get us underway at 1-0.
Look, we know they're in control now, but they can't let their concentration drop, not one bit.
Kimbo Kyung. Maxwell. Matuidi. Fabio. Play surges forward. Tried to play it through. Can he find a finish? And it's taken with some style. They lead by 2.
I just think he showed a lovely appreciation of where that defensive line formed, and he held his run until just the right moment, and he broke the offside trap, and he took full advantage. That's top marks for me.
Now it's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this game was very much in the balance, but at 2-0 they ought to be able to defend this lead from here.
Polka. A foul, a fairly easy decision for the referee. And he's been given offside. Thiago Silva. There'll be 1 extra minute for stoppages. Thiago Motta. And there's the end to the first 45. Here we go with the second half. Marco Verratti. Lucas Moura making inroads deep into opposition territory. Thiago Motta. That's a throw. Fabio. Medel. Thiago Motta. Medel. Well read by Thiago Silva. Goal in sight! Kimbo Kyung has got hold of Matuidi. Foul there, no question about it. Pumps it upfield. Medel. Katerin. Katerin. The ball crossed the line. There's something going on down at the bench. I think it's going to be a substitution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made. It's never easy keeping the ball under control when the pressure's been applied like that. I think he asks too much of himself.
Let's see what they can do. Ball played in. The assistant referee has his flag up for offside. He couldn't get it cleanly, and it's a foul. It's through to Kenwyne Jones. He's got possession now, maybe a chance. Marco Verratti, quickly closed down. And that's been intercepted. Ball threaded through. Alex. Thiago Motta. And that's come to nothing. Kim Bo-kyung. Out towards the corner flag. Opportunity for a goal. Thiago Motta. Here's Maxwell. Full-time whistle within sight. There'll be a throw-in. Thumps it long. Nice ball through. Maxwell takes advantage of a poor pass. So that's it. It's all over. There's no escaping it. They've lost and it hurts.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real rollercoaster ride for the fans.
Many thanks to Jim. And with that, we leave tonight's broadcast. So, away we go. Azpilicueta. And plays it in. Too much power in that. Digne. Thiago Silva. Marco Verratti. Van der Wiel. Kabay. Here's Ibrahimovic. Ramirez. Azpilicueta. Now Oscar. Lampard tried to play it through.
Look, if he wants that ball to make it, then he has to pass it with a bit more zip. I think he knew as soon as it left his boot it was going to be cut out. Just lacked a little more power.
Azpilicueta is there to intercept. A long ball forward. Here is Cavani. Ivanovic with the crucial intervention. Alex. Van der Wiel. Ramirez. Now Oscar. Marco Verratti. Alex. Lavezzi looking to play on the break. Lavezzi. And he's given away a free kick. Nice little 1-2. Feeds a long ball into space. Thiago Silva. Now Thiago Motta. Lampard. The ball played into space nicely. The idea was good, but the pass needed to be better.
By taking that route into a central position, he made it easier for the defence.
Lampard. Now Oscar. He plays it towards the corner flag. Neatly played. What a reprieve that was. Ramirez. And he's been given offside. Here is Cavani. Shoots!
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the defence.
The whistle signals the end of the first half. Neither side has managed a goal. It's 0-0. The second half kicks off then. Oscar. He makes his way towards the penalty area. He's looking to play it into the channel. Shoots. Sirigu manages to carry the ball away. Hazard has teed up this corner. The keeper coming in and making the catch. Van der Wiel. Whistle goes. Referee just gives the throw. Azpilicueta. It's a threatening through ball. He's waiting here. Well read by Thiago Silva. Knocks it through. Flicks it over the top. Terry gets it back in the nick of time. Terry. Azpilicueta. Thiago Silva makes the interception. Hazard. Ramirez. Surely a goal! He decides to shoot! He created a great chance there.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Azpilicueta. That's a throw. It is good to see a forward tracking back and defending like that from time to time.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Here's Oscar. He's on a real charge. Van der Wiel is in position to intercept.
Listen, when it's congested through the centre of the pitch like that, they'll threaten more from the wider positions.
Tried to play it through. Referee looks closely and points to the penalty spot. It's a controversial decision, certainly.
Well, when your organisation is that poor, a professional foul is almost inevitable, and I think it was their only saviour.
The players protesting, but the referee merely waves them away. It's a penalty. Can he beat the keeper from the spot and put his team in front? It's been saved! He buries it to give his side a precious lead. Cool and calm as you like.
Well, the keeper certainly guessed right, but there was enough power to find the target.
After 71 minutes is number 8.
They've got a precious one-goal lead.
Lampard is the name you expect on the score sheet. He has the ability to strike when he appears to be having a pretty quiet game, and there you go, we've just seen another example.
Ramirez dumps it long. Terry. Ivanovic. Lampard, who's just made his mark on this match. Ivanovic was fouled and he gets his free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 11. Oscar. Number 22.
Thiago Motta takes advantage of a poor pass.
Number 14. Number 12.
Azpilicueta. Ramirez plays it long. Oh, lovely feet. And he's kept it out. Thiago Silva, full-time whistle within sight. And that's it, the final whistle. The defence did tremendously well, only allowing one strike past them. You can't say the same for the strikers though, out of sorts and unable to put away their chances.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will and spirit, crunching tackles and a real desire to attack. Nobody...
we go then. Shamak. Kabai has a hold of him. He's got possession now, maybe a chance. Pumps it upfield. Oh, well defended. He did well to get it. What next? And it's taken with some style. Oh no, hang on. No, offside, says the referee.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
Thiago Silva. Kabai. Marco Verratti knocks it forward. Van der Wiel, he moves in swiftly. That looked a foul and the referee's given it. Plays it in. Kabai was fouled and he gets his free kick. Marco Verratti. Thiago Motta. Long ball forward. Thiago Silva. Thiago Motta. Tries to slide it past the defence. Here's Shamak. Plays it wide towards the byline. Now seeking to get that ball in.
It was good possession, but way too elaborate. Completely overworked.
Here is Cavani. Cavani has got hold of... That certainly tested the keeper.
They caught that one right on the meat. Cracking effort.
Trying to spread the play. Jerome clearly wasn't on the same wavelength as his teammate. A timely intervention. Lavezzi. Here's Ibrahimovic. That's not going to make it through. That's a foul. Ledley. And play switched right across. The referee blows his whistle to signal half-time. Neither side has managed a goal. It's 0-0. So the second half kicks off. And suddenly the defence is on the back foot. Here's Shamak. Good through ball. Slickly done that. Whacks it. Jerome did really well to get his shot away in the circumstances there.
Oh look, the fact that he got a shot in at all then I think is testament to great heart and spirit. He was surrounded, he was off balance, and I think that was above and beyond the call. I thought he did really,
Good
really
ball,
well.
right down the middle. He's waiting here. He tried going it alone, but without success. That wasn't the best of passes, really. Ledley. Here's Chamak. Long ball over the top. Alex. Thiago Silva. No, possession lost. A long ball forward. Goodbye. And that won't be making it through. Didn't have any luck with the through ball there.
Yeah, it looked like there that he was asking just a little too much of himself to try and thread that ball through. It was a bit over ambitious, but what was thinking?
Alex. Dumps it long. And that's been intercepted. Pumps it forward. He's looking to play it into the channel. Surely he can't miss from here. Oh, that's absolutely marvellous. That is an absolute peach of a goal. And the game finally comes to life in the second half. A well-placed lob.
And it was such a beautiful lob, deserved to find the net. The keeper was well beaten with that.
The goal scorer.
Lavezzi.
25 minutes is
Cavani.
number 29.
Cavani.
Well, he just ran down a cul-de-sac then. No wonder he lost the ball.
Substitution.
And the long ball reaching the other side.
Number 30.
Van der Wiel is all over him.
Number 29.
Pumps it upfield.
Coming on the field.
The keeper's got it.
Number 17.
Thiago Silva. And it's hit forward. Over the top. Cavani's got it. Some hopeful faces waiting in the middle. The clock counting down. Digne. The forward push gains momentum. Thiago Silva.
4 minutes has been indicated.
Restarts with a throw-in. Kabai. And that's been intercepted. Paris Saint-Germain with what could be a last throw of the dice. It's all over. The referee's had enough. It all came down to that one slip-up at the back. And sometimes that's what decides football matches.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will and spirit, crunching tackles and a real desire to attack.
Off we go then. Barry. Coleman. Jagielka. Barkley. Coleman. Mirallas. Out towards the corner flag. Sounded play for a throw. Long ball forward. Bumps it long. Looking to play on the break. Van der Wiel. Baines. Pienaar. Barkley. Gets the ball in a nice position. He plays the ball out wide.
Well, I thought he was onside, but the decision was for the referee's assistant.
Thiago Motta. He has lunged in. Thiago Motta. He did well to get it. What next? And that's gone straight to the keeper. Mirallas. Coleman. Plays it long. The ball played through the middle. He floats it. The woodwork comes to the rescue. Van der Wiel. Thiago Motta. Here's Lukaku. And suddenly the defence is on the back foot. And he plays it to the keeper. Coleman. Thiago Silva, quickly closed down. Easy pickings really. Barry knocks it forward. Whistle goes. Referee just gives the throw. Barry. Coleman pumps it upfield.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Van der Wiel takes advantage of a poor pass. The whistle goes to signal the midway point of this game. Either side conceding a goal then. It is 0-0. So the second half kicks off. Distan. Coleman. Barkley. Marco Verratti. Pienaar. Thiago Motta. He moves in swiftly. That's a threatening through ball. It's through to Lukaku. The flag stays down. Cabai. Baines is fouled. And a ball in. And they get it away. Distant. Hits the ball. Baines is the player to take it. Shoots. And he makes absolutely no mistake. We finally have the goal that this game needed.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as an eel the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
So, we resume at 1-0.
Well, look, provided they don't go into panic mode, there's no reason as to why they can't get right back into this yet.
Coleman. Distan. Baines, creator of one goal already. Alex makes the interception. Barry. Marco Verratti. Digne. Jagielka. Distan. They hit it long now. Half an hour of this second half. Thiago Silva. Barkley. Cavani, well positioned to lead a breakaway. Marco Verratti. Baines is there to intercept. Pumps it upfield. Now a chance for Pinar. Looks like a change is in order. Player there waiting to come on.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He's got possession now, maybe a chance. Ibrahimovic. They were so nearly punished for their mistake.
Oh, he did really well to force the mistake by pressuring him like that. That's great grit for him.
Cabai. He goes looking for his teammate. Oh, well defended. That's it! After much consultation with his stopwatch, the referee has blown for time. It all came down to that one slip-up at the back. And sometimes that's what decides football matches.
I think some of the players are going to be a bit sore after that. There was so much passion and commitment out there. I can't remember anyone shirking a tackle.
We are off and running. Holtby. Mitroglou. Thiago Silva. He moves in swiftly. Lucas Moura. Risa. Van der Wiel. Maxwell. Parker. Dijaga. Wins a throw. The keeper's got it. Mitroglou, well positioned to lead a breakaway. Oh, he's lost out there. Pumps it upfield. Dijaga. It's through. Parker. Sidwell. Risa. He ran into trouble and the free kick's been given. And that is a yellow card. I think he knew it was coming too as soon as he went in for the tackle. Put him under pressure now, you just can't go around diving in for challenges like that.
That was totally unnecessary. He needs to realise what he can and can't do before he makes decisions like that.
Players gathering around to see how he is. He can't be too happy with that.
Oh, it's miles away. Surely he knew he couldn't score from there.
Here's Parker. Dijaga. You have to admire that control. Over to the other side. Sidwell. Cavani is all over it. Thiago Motta. Here's Mitroglou. He tried going it alone but without success. Ibrahimovic. A timely intervention. Good ball right down the middle. He surges forward, hits it. Another shot. He so nearly exploited that mistake. And there is the referee's whistle to end the first half.
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
It's 0-0 at this point, and we're hoping for better things. So away we go then for the second half.
It's never easy keeping the ball under control when the pressure's been applied like that. I think he asked too much of himself.
Neat ball through the middle.
That was very, very tight. The assistant was correct to raise the flag. He just drifted offside.
And the return ball towards the centre. Here's Mitroglou. The forward push gains momentum. Van der Wiel. Sidwell. Parker. Matuidi has gone in hard there, maybe too hard. No, possession lost. Risa. Out towards the byline. He's found space. Now a chance for a cross from the flank. Ibrahimovic looking to play on the break. Parker. He couldn't get it cleanly and it's a foul. Marco Verratti. Pass intercepted. Marco Verratti has a hold of him. And Risa feeds a long ball into space. Off target, and that's putting it mildly.
He was right in front of goal and he probably should have scored, to be fair.
Substitution on the field. Number 24. Dechaga. Coming on the field. Number 15. Richardson. Number 16. Duff.
Richardson. The ball has crossed the line and it's a throw. We're almost in the final quarter of an hour. Try to play it through. Great opportunity. Maxwell. Ibrahimovic has got it. He's on a real charge. Takes a shot.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
He did well to get it. What next? He stayed up for this pass. He tried going it alone, but without success.
It was good possession, but way too elaborate, completely overworked.
Here's Duff. Here's Holtby. Alex is in position to intercept. Duff. Challenge deemed unfair. Foul given. He is off. His second yellow. No complaints really as he heads off for an early bath. Paris Saint-Germain must play the rest of this game a man short. He's been dispossessed. It's all over. The referee's had enough. After that performance, the defenders on both sides can deservedly pat themselves on the back. They were absolutely rock-like at the back.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real rollercoaster ride for the fans.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin, and that is all we Away we go then. Graham. Tried to play it through.
Look, if he wants that ball to make it, then he has to pass it with a bit more zip. I think he knew as soon as it left his boot, it was going to be cut out. Just lacked a little more power.
David Myler. Looking to cut inside. Now a chance for a cross. Pastore. A chance to counter-attack here. That's not going to make it through. Marquinhos. El Mohammadi. Thiago Silva. Huddleston. Jake Livermore. Slickly done that. Now a chance for a cross from the flank. He decides to shoot. It's in. And there's the first goal of the game. They now lead by 1 goal.
Well, that's put him in the driving seat, but there's a lot of football left in this one yet, believe me.
Ibrahimovic. And that's been intercepted. He takes him out. David Myler. Long ball forward. Neatly played. He hits it. That's probably caused a few sighs.
He was tightly marked, but the defender did just enough to stop the goal.
Huddleston cuts out what was really a sloppy pass. Thumps it long.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Marquinhos. Play surges forward. A crucial intervention there. Switches play to the other side. We are entering stoppage time. There goes the whistle, and it's half-time.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
We kick off for the next 45 minutes. There's a long ball forward. Thiago Silva. There's a possibility here for a shot. That was really close.
But when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
Here's Menez. Huddleston is all over him. Ibrahimovic. David Myler has gone in hard there, maybe too hard. Ball stolen. Jake Livermore. It's a threatening through ball. There'll be a throw-in, so from what I can see on the touchline, we're on the brink of a substitution. Menez over the line for a throw-in. A shot! Pastore is the player to take it. He did well to get it. What next? And the cross. Good opportunity for a cross here. And that's come to nothing. Maynor Figueroa. The final ball not quite there. Huddleston. Jake Livermore. Marco Verratti has a hold of him. It's through to Jelavic. Surely a goal. Here's a shot.
Well, they're not been troubled too much at the back, so they can play on the front foot, but losing possession still presents danger.
There's something going on down at the bench. I think it's going to be a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Here's Long. He plays it towards the corner flag. Strikes it. They've done it. That should do it for them. I think you have to put that one down as an inspired substitution.
Well, that certainly made an impact, and the manager will be very, very pleased with that change.
Surely they have now sealed their victory.
Number 21. Over 5 minutes added time.
The clock counting down. Plays it back to the keeper. The referee brings the game to a close. Despite their courageous efforts, they've come away with a defeat here. The players disappointed, they performed well, but they've lacked a little bit in terms of luck, I think, today.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will.
I'm your commentator, John Champion, and summarising today is Jim Beglin. Off we go then. Mamadou Sakho, Ibrahimovic, Gerrard, Sterling, a long ball forward. He's waiting here. He wants to get a cross in from here. Oh, lovely feet. He did well to get it. What next? Pastore. Gerrard. Glenn Johnson. Now Luis Suarez. Pastore. He moves in swiftly. Vital interception there. Cavani. Cavani tries it from long range. What a reprieve that was.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Thiago Silva was well positioned to make the interception. Now through to Ibrahimovic. The keeper's got it. Lucas. Jose Enrique. Sturridge. Glenn Johnson has got hold of it. Feeds a long ball into space. A corner then. Some hopeful faces waiting in the middle. And a shot here. Lucas has robbed him. Out towards the corner flag. There's a chance to get a cross in. And the whistle's gone, but it's for a foul. They'll be looking to square it here. And plays it in. And it's hoofed away. Pastore with a great example of how to cover. Now Philippe Coutinho. A crucial intervention there. Skirtle makes the interception. Sterling. Here's Sturridge. A long ball into space. Gone for the lob. The whistle goes to signal the midway point of this game. Neither side conceding a goal then. It is 0-0. Paris Saint-Germain set the ball rolling. Alex plays it back to the keeper. Knocks it through. Skirtle. Here's Luis Suarez. Neatly played. He's playing it through. Shoots here. Oh, a decent effort. Plenty of options. Who's he looking to pick out? And they've hooked it clear. He takes a shot. Nearly, but in football terms, nearly is nowhere.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Alex. Philippe Coutinho. Played through the middle. Gerrard. Looking to carve open the defence. Where's the defence? It's opened up nicely for him. Goal! He has finally delivered. A great finish in a one-on-one situation.
Well, when you go one-on-one with the keeper, you can't afford any indecision, and that was decisive and clinical.
After 61 minutes is number 15.
Long ball over the top.
Substitution on the field. Number 15. Sturridge.
Jose Enrique plays it long.
On the field is number 9.
Skirtle with the crucial intervention. Gerrard. Sterling. Cavani. Lucas. He's on his way. And the referee's assistant has his flag up. That must be for offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 31. Sterling.
Pastore.
Coming on to replace him is
Thiago Silva.
number 14.
Looking to receive the ball. Break could be on. Marquinhos. Lucas. Glenn Johnson. Mamadou Sakho knocks it forward. Marquinhos. Lucas has gone in hard there, maybe too hard. Cavani. He's going it alone. Gerrard, who's set up one goal so far. Lucas has been fouled. Yep, referee's gone to his pocket. It's a yellow for a fairly careless challenge he didn't really have to make. Could have been another colour too. Certainly some sections of the crowd think red would have been more appropriate. The first booking of the match.
Listen, some players just don't think about the consequences of launching themselves into trouble, and that was a classic example.
Time whistle within sight. Pastore.
It's all very neat football, but time is against them now, and they need to get the ball forward.
Thiago Motta. Jordan Henderson. Glenn Johnson. That's not going to make it through. And that's it, the final whistle. Well, it really could have gone either way. They were slightly unlucky perhaps. The ball just didn't bounce in their favour at times.
Well, how enjoyable was that? I love it when you get two teams giving it everything they've got. They held nothing back. Terrific stuff.
So thanks to Jim Beglin for joining me. It's John Champion with you today, and alongside me, top analyst Jim Beglin. We're now all set. Demichelis. And that's been intercepted. Maxwell. Inez. You got the man there, that's a free kick. Marquinhos has robbed him. Now the player goes for throw. Yaya Toure. Balls with Aguero. Fernandinho knocks it forward. Alex. The ball's with Nasri. Oh, fine through ball down the middle. That's a throw. Now Nasri. Yaya Toure. Alex is all over him. Out towards the byline. Aguero shoots. That is wayward. Pastore. Zabaleta. And that's a foul. The referee shows him the yellow card. Didn't go for the ball, just took the player out. Might consider himself a tad lucky not to see red. Players gathering around to see how he is. Fernandinho with a stern challenge. Got the timing all wrong and the referee left with an easy decision. Is it a penalty? Yes! The referee points to the spot. Absolutely no doubt at all in the referee's mind there.
Well, when your organisation is that poor, a professional foul is almost inevitable, and I think it was their only saviour.
He buries it to give his side a precious lead. Cool and calm as you like.
Well, the keeper probably felt he could read that, but he's guessed completely wrongly. He's gone to the other side.
After 21 minutes, it's number 16.
They get us underway at 1-0.
Aguero is the name you expect on the score sheet. He has the ability to strike, but he appears to be having a pretty quiet game, and there you go, we've just seen another example.
He couldn't get it cleanly and it's a foul. Thiago Silva. He's free through the middle. That's not going to make it through. Menez is available. And he lifts it in. And they get it away. The ball's with Negredo. Zabaleta. Negredo! They've scored! 2 goals to the good and they're set fair.
Yeah, I love the finish, but I think had the pass been delayed for just a second longer, I think he would have been flagged offside, and I think you have to praise them all round on that one, from the pass and the finish.
So it's now 2 without reply.
Yeah, we've seen it before that 1-0 can be a fragile scoreline, but now that they have that extra cushion, 2 should be enough.
Nasri, who's set up 1 goal so far, and the long ball reaching the other side. Fernandinho. Ibrahimovic has got hold of. The keeper's got it. Yaya Toure. A crucial intervention there. The whistle goes and it's the end of the first half. Here we go with the second half. Silva. Marquinhos. No, intercepted. Kolarov. Whistle goes. Referee just gives the throw. Kolarov. Switches play to the other side. Maxwell has a hold of him. Zabaleta has the ball in a wide position. The lack of options wasn't an issue, but the lack of quality in the delivery certainly was.
Well, what was required then was a little more patience. He didn't have to cross it so early.
Maxwell makes the interception. Menez. And that's come to nothing. Silva. Negredo's got it.
That was very, very close. He was just offside.
Ibrahimovic on the ball. The final ball not quite there. Silva pumps it upfield, knocks it through. Vital interception there. He did well to get it. What next? Negredo has been fouled.
Well, I think it might be a touch too far to have a go at goal, but I've been proven wrong in the past and maybe again.
Fernandinho. Zabaleta. Now the offside flag is up. Fernandinho. Demichelis. Zabaleta. Aguero, who's just added his name to the score sheet, clock showing 75 minutes. Nasri's got it. That'll be a throw-in. So from what I can see on the touchline, we're on the brink of a substitution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Ibrahimovic looking to play on the break. Here's Dzeko. He plays it towards the corner flag. Aguero. Keeper got his hand to it.
Substitution on the field.
Some hopeful faces waiting in the middle. Pastore. The forward push gains momentum. Demichelis.
They need to be a bit more careful with their passing in this position.
Chance to counter-attack here. The clock counting down. Here's Aguero. Aguero. Looking to cut inside. Surely! Is it a penalty? Yes! The referee points to the spot. Absolutely no doubt at all in the referee's mind there.
I can understand the frustration from the foul then. They manufactured a good little opportunity there, so it was unfairly stopped.
It's a real chance to put them further in front. Can he do it from just 12 yards out? Calm as you like. He puts them further ahead. It was never in doubt.
Well, that looked a simple case of giving the keeper the eyes and just slipping the ball to the other side. That was clever.
We resume again. The score is 3-0. The referee blows his whistle. They were torn apart defensively and overrun in midfield. They really had no answer to all the attacks and did well to keep the scoreline as it ended.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will and spirit, crunching tackles and a real desire to attack. Nobody can feel that.
So, here we go then. Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain. It's John Champion and Jim Beglin on commentary duty, and a warm welcome to you all. And we're off. Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain. Phil Jones. Out towards the byline. Picked off. Digne puts a stop to the attack.
Well, it's good possession, but you've got to have something more substantial on the end of it.
He's looking to play it into the channel. Possibility here.
Well, that should set them on their way and get into a nice rhythm. The early signs are very encouraging now.
Bye-bye. Cleverly. Evra. Juan Mata. Out towards the corner flag. Well read by Thiago Silva. Well, he could have been in had that final ball been just a little better.
Well, he needed to be much more precise, but that was very short on quality into the middle.
Slides it through. Evra is awarded a free kick for that foul. Yep, referee's gone to his pocket. It's a yellow for a fairly careless challenge he didn't really have to make. Could have been another colour too. Certainly some sections of the crowd think red would have been more appropriate.
That was totally unnecessary. He needs to realise what he can and can't do before he makes decisions like that.
They're showing some concern for the man who's still down. Juan Mata. Good through ball. He didn't have any luck with the through ball there.
Look, if he wants that ball to make it, then he has to pass it with a bit more zip. I think he knew as soon as it left his boot it was going to be cut out. Just lacked a little more power.
Van der Wiel. Gets the ball in a nice position. A crucial intervention there. Johnny Evans. Ibrahimovic. And it's hit forward. That's not going to make it through. Evra. Cleverly plays it long. This goes for a throw-in. Pumps it upfield. He's picked it up. Looking for width. Now the chance! Phil Jones. Surely he's in! Lavezzi. And with that, the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
It's 0-0, so nothing to separate them. Johnny Evans. Looking to receive the ball, break could be on. Alex is in position to intercept. Johnny Evans. Evra plays it long. Alex takes advantage of a poor pass. Lavezzi. Cleverly. It's played into space. He stayed up for this pass. Now Cleverly.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Evra knocks it forward. Phil Jones. Tries to slide it past the defence.
Well, that was a really open one for the goalkeeper to deal with.
Oh, well defended. He's got possession now, maybe a chance. The ball's with Rooney. He goes looking for his teammate. Marco Verratti. The forward push gains momentum. Knocks it through. cleverly. A long ball into space. A rasping drive! From distance, it lacked accuracy.
Well, that was worth the effort. I mean, it was a long way out, but he caught it so well.
And he's still going. The flag stays down. Juan Mata. Rooney's got it. He takes him out. And he's given away a free kick. Cavani. Ibrahimovic. That was a good dribble and a good chance.
Oh, that's just lovely skill. He's certainly a player who could single-handedly make a difference. Great talent.
Nani was fouled and he gets his free kick. Juan Mata has got hold of. We're into the last 5 minutes.
This late on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
Chance to counter-attack here. That's it! After much consultation with his stopwatch, the referee has blown for time. After that performance, the defenders on both sides can deservedly pat themselves on the back. They were absolutely rock-like at the back.
Well, how enjoyable was that? I love it when you get two teams giving it everything they've got. They held nothing back. Terrific stuff.
I'm John Champion, and covering this game alongside me, someone who certainly knows a thing or two about playing at the top level, it's Jim Begley. Bolacini. Tiote. It's through to shoulder Amiobi. Launches it high, over the top. Surely he can't miss from here. Drives it in. Steals the ball. Good opportunity for a cross here. Chance. Anita clears it away. No luck there. A chance to counter-attack here. Santon. Anita knocks it over the top. There'll be a throw-in. Thiago Motta knocks it forward. We're in the 15th minute. Santon. Tiote. Now a chance for Shola Amiobi. Wins it. Just the keeper in his way. And the chance accepted with some aplomb. They grabbed the opener. In a straight duel like that, there was only going to be one winner.
I just thought he was alert and direct. There was no messing about. He was too quick for the keeper, and that's a fine finish.
So we resume at 1-0.
Well, that lifts some of the pressure, but they need to maintain their work rate. It's been very good up to now.
Marquinhos is there to intercept. Anita. Williamson. Now Musa Sissoko. Here's Musa Sissoko. Well read by Van der Field. Tiote. Matuidi is all over it. Gets the ball in a nice position. Surely!
Well, look, you don't need me to tell you that if your first touch is a little bit sloppy, then you're not going to make too much progress, and I think he knew exactly that. I'm sure he'll get it right next time.
Maxwell. Musa Sissoko tries to slide it past the defence. Only the keeper to beat. They were so nearly punished for their mistake. Bolacini makes the interception. Thumps it long. The whistle goes to signal the midway point of this game.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
We kick off for the next 45 minutes. Bolacini hits it long, and Gouffron. Now seeking to get that ball in. He plays the ball out wide. Musa Sissoko has robbed him. Bolacini. Santon. Williamson. Matuidi. Here is Cavani. He's on a real charge. Chance here. Well, to call that wayward would be being kind.
Substitution on the field. Number 23. Amiori. Coming on the field.
Here's Papi Cisse.
Number 9.
Musa Sissoko.
He may have been caught offside, but I think you have to accept that as an occupational hazard. It's been mentioned that this fellow was born offside, and he'll keep trying until the flag stays down. He'll keep working on the shoulder of the last defender.
Maxwell.
Number 18.
And he launches it forward. Williamson takes advantage of a poor pass. He's got possession now, maybe a chance. Tiote cuts out what was really a sloppy pass. Marquinhos. Tiote. Now a chance for Papi Cisse. They're only the one goal down here then with 5 minutes to go. Can they snatch an equaliser? Debussy.
Well, he didn't have much on there. I thought he had to go it alone.
Chip through over the top. Where's the defence? The clock counting down. There is the final whistle. The defence did tremendously well, only allowing one strike past them. You can't say the same for the strikers though, out of sorts and unable to put away their chances.
Listen, they had plenty of time to overcome the setback, but for me, they never quite had enough adventure in their play to get back into that one.
I'm John Champion, and here alongside me in the commentary box is Jim Beglin. Off we go then. Elmander. Ibrahimovic. Has gone in hard there, maybe too hard. Through and still going. Basson. Turner.
Elmander can't hurt you with his back to goal, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he continues doing that. So I think they're defending him very, very well.
Maxwell. Lucas Moura can go on the break if he can be found. Marco Verratti has been caught there, definitely a foul. Slickly done that. On his head. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that's the opener for this game. The cross was inch perfect. It demanded that finish.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
After 16 minutes is number 10.
So we resume at 1-0.
Well, that's put him in the driving seat, but there's a lot of football left in this one yet, believe me.
Howson. Seems they weren't quite reading from the same script there. Snodgrass. Trying to play it through. He's not taking any risks there. And he'll shoot! Turner. He couldn't get it cleanly, and it's a foul. No, that's not going anywhere. Long ball forward, over the top. And he scoops it! Saved by the crossbar. Van Wolfswinkel. Tries to slide it past the defence. Snodgrass will swing one in. Cleared away to safety. Howson. Lunges wildly. Ibrahimovic. He's got possession now, maybe a chance. Cavani. Half-time is now upon us.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Tight old game this. 1-0 the scoreline. Elmander. Turner. Plays it upfield.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Snodgrass is the player to take it. He did well to get it. What next? And that was on target.
What an effort that was. He's done very well from that distance. Well, there wasn't much of an appetite to close him down from that range then, but they're taking a bit of a risk because, you know, anybody is capable of a decent strike from there.
A long ball into space. Cavani. He takes him out. A foul, a fairly easy decision for the referee. Snodgrass. He got back very well there, was good defending.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Wins a throw. There's plenty of activity down by the touchline. Looks like we're going to get a substitution.
Well, if the deadlock is about to be broken, then it may well have to come from the bench. I mean, fresh legs when others are beginning to tire now could just do the trick. This game might just get a little stretched, it could help.
Turner. Maxwell. Howson. They hit it long now. Cavani launches the ball forward.
Ibrahimovic can't hurt you with his back to goal, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he continues doing that. So I think they're defending him very, very well.
Matuidi. Here's Ibrahimovic.
2 minutes has been reloaded.
Thiago Motta. Turner. Snodgrass. We're into the last 5 minutes. The referee blows his whistle. This could be put down as a victory for a set of defenders who all kept their focus for the full 90 minutes.
Well, once they got that goal, I just thought they were very dogged in seeing the game through, and that clean sheet, you know, key to the win.
So thanks to Jim Beglin for joining me. That's all we have time for this afternoon.